Presented in partnership with Barra Brava Brewing. This is Lumpen FC.
Welcome back, WLPN, LP Chicago, 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC, and it's a brand new year. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Happy New Year, yo.
I am Adrian.
We made it. I'm Jimmy J.
And I'm Sebastian.
And it's already been a crazy soccer year. We haven't talked about it since probably mid-December.
All of 6 days or whatever it's been.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it for a minute. We're back. We will be changing the way we do things here at Lumpen FC because we have the World Cup coming up here pretty soon. So we want to make sure that we cover every single bit of the nuances, the pain, the fact that, you might get shot in the face if you take a wrong U-turn. It's one of those things that we are about to talk about when it comes to soccer and everything that's happening within, the global aspect of, hey, a peace prize. Would you like a peace prize?
Within the global game.
Within the global game. So, as it is of today, Jimmy J, I know I caught you off guard, but we will be talking about today specifically is going to be what happened today. Liverpool, Arsenal, game, which is I have to ask the Gooner.
Yes.
Is this are we bottling it up again at this point?
Come on.
I mean, City's going to go on the attack.
It's
We know
over.
City's going to go on the attack, right?
It's over. It's
It's
all
over.
over.
It's all over. It's all
Yeah,
over.
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
I mean, if you're online,
Yeah.
maybe you're saying those things.
City may start going on attack when they get to Mayo in, but they're definitely not. They definitely didn't take advantage. Well, no one did. Everyone tied.
There's a lot of draws.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
lot of draws.
Yeah,
There's a lot of draws.
Everyone tied. No one took advantage. Well, I mean,
What
being
I will
6
say
points
about-
up is nice, but yeah.
What I will say about this rhetoric is that, as a Liverpool fan, it reminds me of last year. It's the exact same thing that they were saying about us, like, oh, you're slipping, blah, blah, blah. It's like, just chill out. There's still a lot of games.
But we do.
The slips will happen, but if the other ones are slipping too, then does it really matter? Does it really add up? Like, whatever. Like,
Yeah, well, if we lose,
We'll see.
If we like lose like a West Ham at home or something like that, that's when it.
and that can happen. But
That's like.
Oh,
the difference is you're
I see
right
what
about
you're
that.
saying.
You're
I
absolutely
see
right
what
about
you're
that. Because the difference is like
Right, you got to bring up old stuff.
when Liverpool last year when they were ahead and they lost points, so did everybody else.
Right.
That was pretty consistent, and it seems like it's kind of happening right now. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like,
And then even today in that game, I remember I was talking about that storm that was over there, and I mean
Right.
they still played, and it was wet, and
it was pouring
that
down.
second half, and I
Yeah,
honestly
especially.
think that's
well,
why
that's-
the homie his leg,
That happened.
Bradley.
yeah,
Yes.
and I only
It's not like it's plastic or anything like that,
yeah,
right? It's always in
but-
plastic
but
grounds.
the way he kicked that ball,
Nah,
and
yeah.
it was coming down.
He
I
slipped.
mean,
Yeah, he slipped bad.
So sorry to hear that. It was so funny because watching that game and like I was talking to my brother mother thread. I was like, it's watching this Liverpool game, and after the game, it's just like they're all together, dapping each other up. They all know each other. I was like, this is like this game has no real spark. Like this isn't like usually we're used to just goals in it, right? But today there was no goals. Like I mean, the last game was only one goal, but like I guess in our group it was like Arsenal Liverpool fans, and maybe we hyped the game up ourselves, but like after the game, like it wasn't like these not a rivalry or anything.
No,
These are just
at
like
all.
teams that respect each other. You see,
No,
like
we
the
like
whole
each other.
game. After
Are
the game,
you beating Man City?
Yeah.
Because we want to be Man
after
City.
Okay,
the
but
game,
I disagree.
it was like
I
it was like
disagree.
a
I
little
completely
it
disagree.
was like a little reunion on the pitch. Everyone
See,
was,
that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. We're living in an era where, especially in EPL especially, not the fake Super Copa whatever that's happening right now with La Liga.
Okay.
But in EPL especially, I think in EPL, and this is one of the things that I finally thought of this morning while I was taking a shower and crying. I said, hey, you know what? EPL does matter. Why? Because every game matters in EPL. You can go on a hiatus, even in La Liga. Look at Atletico. Look at Barcelona. You can lose 3-4 and then still win the title, the league title, right? In EPL, you just lost you just lost 2 points today.
Right.
Knock on it. I'm not saying that you gained 2 points, but you did. Whatever. Either way,
We evened out. Yeah. I hear you.
the one thing that we're afraid of is that OPEC money that we know
Right.
in March, in February, at the end of February, March, is gonna win points.
Well,
and they're not gonna lose games.
Quick
Wait,
question.
I was definitely just talking about the spark. Like there's no. It was
Yeah.
like Arsenal versus Tottenham, Arsenal versus Chelsea. There was no
but there is
bite
no-
to the game.
No,
in my
I hear you.
opinion.
And as a Liverpool fan, I
That's
agree
what I'm
with you
saying.
on that one because
But that's what I was getting at. Sorry, not to
No, no.
That's what I was getting at. Because now we're going into that World Cup era, like that World Cup year, where a lot of these players realize, hey, a lot like the All-Star game in Hawaii for the NFL. Hey, I know you're fighting for a starting position, but everybody take it easy. Everybody take it easy right now.
no,
Everybody
that's fair.
relax.
That's fair, and that's definitely a factor.
Outside of
we
AFCON,
can't
right?
ignore that.
Right.
And honestly, this is actually not a part of this conversation, but honestly, when it comes to what we're seeing in the transfer window right now, people are like, why isn't somebody picking this guy up, or why isn't somebody picking up that guy up? Like the World
'Cause
Cup, like what you're
money.
saying, is going to affect that also.
They just said about Crystal Palace, homie.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So
People gonna get hurt.
So take Marguehi. Like people should be picking up on him right now, because if you pick him up, then you can bet him in now, because once the World Cup happens, then you have June, July, and then the end of July after the World Cup. He's going to be tired. Then you bring that person in. So transfers in this specific year is a little tricky. It's not the same as normal years where, okay, the window opens and whatever. I mean, we saw what happened last year with what is it, the Club World Cup. It was the exact same thing. Nobody made any trades, nobody made any moves until after that tournament. It's going to be no different this summer. So do you want to bring in that player, whoever it is, if it's from Man City or whatever team, you might want to bring him in now, because after the World Cup, you're not going to have any time.
Oh yeah,
whatsoever.
there's no telling what's gonna
Right.
There's no telling what's gonna happen between now and the World Cup, because that person you may be interested in. I mean, take it like Eddie Nketiah just got hurt, pulled his hamstring.
Yeah, AFCON.
Sure.
He's
Yeah,
the
he
one
might be in
dude.
AFCON.
Dude,
Yeah,
now they're like, well, we don't want you. But like now, what's his future like? There's other players that could easily. January just started.
Yeah.
You could easily, we don't know what happened with up with Conor Rally, but your knee could be gone. You could pull your hamstring. Anything could happen, man. Shoot, it's such a risk nowadays, especially because the games are coming quick and fast. FA Cup this weekend.
These,
you know what I'm saying?
These players,
So-
we have El Clásico this Sunday now because
The Super Cup.
the Saudis paid for it. so-
I was like, wait. I was like, you mean the El Clasico? Or
Well,
the
you
El
know,
Clasico?
it's a El Clásico with an
Clasico?
asterisk.
Okay,
with
Question
an
mark.
asterisk on it.
That was when I texted today. I was kind of like, wait. They got the Italian Super Cup, and where are we? Where
And
they at?
the French.
Yeah, I was like, this crowd looked a little different. And I was like, this is a little. I'm like, wait a minute.
And they're
I-
always in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and if you did
For some reason.
sponsorships, I was like, the French one was actually, I believe, because actually that was in France today, the PSG Marseille, but the Italy and Spain. I was just kind of like, wait, is this like a Copa del Rey? What is going on?
Yeah.
And why are they playing this game?
And it's not the Copa del Rey, right?
Yeah, it's not. No, that's what I was kind of like, wait. So is this like is this a friendly?
And that will be like that kind of will be the one thing like that will be a very telling moment in the history of football when the Copa del Rey from Spain is held in Saudi Arabia. That'll be pretty funny.
Well, they're thinking of holding games in the US
Historical.
already.
So are they automatically in Champions League now? What's going on with this now? What's the new perk?
Why
Whoever
not?
wins this,
Why not?
what do you get out of this? Oh, this is your Club World Cup spot.
Yeah. And
But going back to the original conversation, which I didn't want to digress.
right.
I agree with you, Jamie, where like I feel like Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans, we don't have that kind of rivalry. If anything, we have more respect for each other.
Yeah.
If anything, it's kind of like we've been through the same struggles, man. Like,
Yeah,
we get it.
The team that's been kind of coming.
I
Both
hate
of our
both
both
of
of our rivals though is
It's because of you.
is Newcastle. Newcastle is becoming both of like
Well, see, but that's a historical
thorn.
rival. That's a
Yeah.
historical rival. Now,
Newcastle
thanks
for
to
you guys?
OPEC
for
limits-
both of us. I feel like
They you know what I will say, like Newcastle, credit to them, they give us some great, we end up with great classic games. Like 10 years from now we're gonna see them on classic games, FC whatever.com. Like
yeah.
Newcastle always is in the middle of those, for
Especially
sure.
that squad right now, that they have a good, and like when we play Tottenham, yeah, there's always that, but like, yeah, it's, I mean, all due respect, it's all good. I was just like, I can see, especially like after the end of the game, there's no riff-raff, there's none. Everyone just like hanging out on the pitch, chat. You know what I'm saying? No, there's no big. There's some riff-raff going on this weekend in the league. I don't know. So there's a couple of games, Bournemouth, Tottenham game. There's some argy-bargy going in there.
Oh, I didn't see that.
People,
Yeah.
man, there's some good stuff this weekend. And then we kind of disappointed everybody today. We should have just kept watching the Super Copa in Saudi Arabia. I remember like watching when we went through the second half. I think after Slabsa cleared one of his free kicks, and I was like, man, this game ain't got no goals in it.
Nah,
because
Man.
the own wasn't it?
Huh?
Own?
Yeah,
wasn't
Owen
it?
wasn't. Yeah,
Own wasn't it?
Owen wasn't even having this.
Own wasn't it?
on goal wasn't
Owen
there?
goal, wasn't it?
Owen wasn't having this in today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't there when we played
Oh,
Bournemouth.
was shut out.
Ooh-wee.
Oh no, shut out a little bit. It came close in the last second though.
Yeah. right. Yeah.
But nah, I mean,
Okay.
on goal and stuff.
And I'm going to go out there on tinfoil hat moment. But do you think that this is actually one of those things? Because the referees, well, we're not going to talk about VAR. We're definitely not going to talk about VAR this weekend because some of those VAR calls were insane. But is there, like you had mentioned before, is there one of those things where, they got to keep it close because they don't want people to tune out in February, March? Which has happened, and then when it occurs, you start seeing well, this referee did that, and that referee did this, and gambling, because ESPN pushes it.
I'll tell you what. Like, look, I don't think it's. I'm not surprised that it would be, present. Is it prevalent? I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think ultimately,
Is it
like,
Rico? It's not Rico.
No,
right? It's not
I-
Rico.
No.
It's not so
it's not-
I mean, I'll tell you what, if
in
it
certain
is-
countries it is.
if it is, it's not obvious enough yet. But I mean,
Liga.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, but it can be. It can become.
Serie A. We know about Serie A. We know that's Rico.
It can be. I mean, it's like anything else. You like to think like, oh, it'll never happen in my league. But yeah, it might actually happen.
Because even if there's someone running away with the EPL, like the way that the format is, you still have your teams competing for the top 4 or 6, and then you have your relegation teams too. So you're still tuning in regardless. Because unless you're like middle of the pack, which still. Even like last year and this year, it could be tight. You could be 10, and then perhaps you win 2 games or win 1 game, and you're in 6th.
Yeah,
so
exactly. No, it
like,
it is tight this year.
Yeah.
But okay, to the question that I was asking earlier. Okay, that Rico thing, right?
Rico.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's gonna happen.
Say you laughed and yeah. Now I'm losing with my train of thought. But here's that thing though. It gets weird because when you know what, I've been watching Arsenal all year long. Why? Because because at the end of the year I do want to poo on Arteta. That's the whole goal. Like, I've been hate watching Arteta, not hate watching Arsenal. I've been hate watching Arteta.
That's fair. Nothing
I
wrong with
don't
that.
see anything new from Arteta other than set plays. He hasn't. Now,
Those aren't new.
Granted, he is changing. He is changing up the way his format is now that you have injuries coming back. Those injured players coming back. So I get it.
Also buying players.
What's that?
Also buying players.
Yeah.
But okay, and then that's what we'll get to in a second because he is buying players because a manager is allowed to do that and a coach is not. But that's a whole other.
are we doing this?
This is a little.
We're doing this.
I'm
No,
just
let's
saying.
do this. This is fun.
No,
This is good.
I'm
This
not
is good.
doing. I'm
I
not.
actually kind of forgot. I forgot about that a little bit ago. Now I'm like, oh, this is
I'm
why
saying.
he's had a rough week, but not really because you forget.
There's a difference between a manager and a coach.
Hey man, you forgot that your $100 million striker scored 2 goals this weekend.
Got a brace.
He got a brace. You should be happy. without
and we did what?
Okay, well
We
solid.
you know what?
You played a turf.
We are solidly in sixth place, seventh place.
Almost in Champions League.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen to that.
Almost,
Listen to that. Sports world listening individuals. Your $100 million players did their job.
Hey man, I'm just trying
And
to
and
give
you
the
are
right
solid.
side of things,
You
man.
are a solid loser.
Just trying to help out.
Good
Not a
job.
loser.
Good
Not a
job.
loser. Like you can't get into
The
Champions
trophy.
League.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
could've
you
lost.
have the hope to lose next season
You-
when get no trophy.
You
That's
could've
amazing.
lost.
That's amazing.
I mean, you could have lost. You could have lost. I'm just trying to help you
And-
out.
okay.
I see. You gonna,
That's how I feel about this game
I
today
mean, yeah, it's
against
right.
Arsenal. I'm like, we could have lost, but I actually no, I don't.
Like,
I
mean,
I'm actually. That's
I do
different.
think.
I
I mean,
lie.
we could have lost too, man. Just any I was actually kind of shocked there were not as many shots. Well, because of how much rain was going on, just a lot more. Like I don't know. Accidents.
cancel each other out so
a lot
well,
of
though, that's
mistakes
the
didn't
thing.
happen, or you know what I'm saying. I just thought I was like, that's how a goal's gonna happen.
Honestly, there were very few, if any, mistakes.
Yeah.
Like from both sides.
Yeah.
It was going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
So I got I'm cooler than God over here with
goodness.
Liam Delop. And where was Wert's toe? That's fair because the VAR call, that toe call.
What toe call?
Okay, no. Okay, that toe. Like honestly,
Where was
okay,
he
I
cup his
understand where you're
toe
coming-
when he tripped up
I understand.
Frimpong?
I understand where you're coming from because that some of
Is
these
that
VAR
another
calls-
question, or can I not ask that one?
I'm calling the God 115 charges of RICO and Drew's 312 with 116 attorneys to help them out. And that's true.
Who talking about City?
That's very true. Yeah, to help Man City.
Oh,
We
man.
still haven't solved Man City's issue with the
fake, guys.
132
Yeah.
RICO calls.
Yeah.
Why? Because they
It's Rico Suave, baby. That's
They-
what it is.
they and I have to say they in my opinion cheated. Like
Yeah,
come on now. We know what happened.
They don't exist.
what is
They
interesting?
got the fake peace prize.
I will say this. What is interesting about Man City is they have established this sort of part of, for I guess part of the culture of most teams that are saying like, oh, Man City needs to save football because we can't let this team win. We can't let that team win. Nobody cares if they win. Everybody's okay if Man City wins because nobody will ever recognize it as it being an actual win.
Well,
Because,
but it is-
now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's what's funny is even if they're cleared, it won't matter. That is what it is now.
But it goes
That's
down in the
part
history
of,
books.
of the culture.
It will.
No, yeah.
But that's the issue though. Is that I don't want it to become a. This is if there was a there is like the what is it called the Hall of Fame that we like to do here. If you have a all Hall of Fame, well then City's gonna have that historical moment where their trophies and
You're not going to get rid of the
numbers and-
trophies. You're not going to get rid of
Right.
the trophies. But the fans, supporters will forever put the asterisks on those.
I feel
It
like
will always be there.
I feel like if I was like Everton, someone at Everton, my only job would just be at the doorstep of whatever court every day. Excuse me, y'all open? Y'all still haven't solved this city crime yet? just every day, I'm just gonna hear y'all. How many points y'all take from us? Excuse me, is
Exactly.
someone there? I'd just be every day.
Can I
just
get those
there.
points back?
Yeah, I would just be posted. That would be my job. It would just pay me like, yeah, you just go there until someone actually does because it is wild, and I do feel bad. That's one thing I always kind of make sure I want Everton to always stay up because what they got did wrong.
Oh no, they did.
They got did wrong, and we are still to this
And you know
day.
what?
And
They got-
you bring it up. I forgot.
They got
I
wrong,
forgot.
and they still stayed up.
Yeah.
That's
Power
what I'm
to
saying.
them.
You- As
As our
program-
rivals, I'm still like,
as
good for
a
you.
as a program, you have to give Everton props. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, like you got hit hard.
I don't
Like,
want to, but I
because-
have
But
to.
you're like, all right, you know what?
And-
I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make this happen.
And it's crazy because besides the homies on the Twitter that just responded, I haven't even heard about the city charges in so long. It's just like I've on the rug by now.
It's
Now
just
I-
become part of the thing. Yeah.
They're trying to make us forget about it, and we can't forget about it.
yeah.
No, I mean the courts won't. It's always going to be present. There's always
Well,
gonna
the
be
courts
something.
can get bought, as we have seen.
And not only that, the
So-
media is waiting for it too.
Well, I think the media is getting turned
th-
also.
but they're not
Like,
going to
the-
shush
the
it.
media
Like as
is
soon as
not
something comes
talking
out,
about
they're
it.
going to for sure not now. But
and they're not going to talk about it in the World Cup because there's so much Sheikh Mansour money and OPEC money involved in the World Cup. That after the World Cup, they're going to try to ignore the situation.
But the results of it, whatever it's going to be, they're trying to. It's going to be inevitable. Something's going to come out of it, and the media is going to eat it up, it's going to be blown up.
Watch it going to be some year like. Sometimes something happens. They like don't make top four. All of a sudden, they don't make Champions League. All of a sudden, summertime charges come in.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, hold up. And then getting all the players. Then all the players get to leave. Yeah. And it is just like it's like, oh, y'all foul.
All of a sudden, you're not bringing as much money into this. Now it's coming.
Right.
Out.
Yeah, it's Everton's fault.
Y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. City in League One.
I will take my pound of flesh. Flesh, thank you.
City the championship real quick. Everyone's gone.
Yeah.
It's like oh my goodness. Like, that's how I feel that's where it's going. Because thanks for bringing that up.
For sure.
I totally forgot.
I'm trying to find the topics because it hurt me today that you were like, we never stick to the topics. Well, we don't ever stick to the topics. But that's absolutely right. The fact that we are having the spectacle of you okay?
Yep. Just Weiss hair, no big deal.
That we are having the spectacle in the United States, and it's already an issue. I mean, we already have the what is it? The Iran versus
Egypt. No.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Is it Iran versus Egypt?
Seattle.
During Gay Pride in Seattle.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get out of those games. The fact that the president of the United States, the current president of the United States, got a World Peace Prize from FIFA and is still angry about it.
I mean, so did I in my Cracker Jacks box. Who cares? It's the same thing.
And then
But to think about it though, but that's the thing. Yo, it was a big trophy.
Yeah,
actually, that trophy.
It's a big trophy.
No. Here's the thing. Like we have our prediction league. Right? Like the trophy this year is going to be that exact replica.
His face is
because it's hilarious. Yeah, it's just hilarious. Like the hands holding up the world. It's absolutely hilarious.
This is my grabbing at the world. This is what that trophy looked like.
Man.
That was one of the worst design trophies I've ever seen.
Yeah, and the picture on the medal is going to be him picking up the medal.
Oh, yeah.
I know you can't see that on the radio, but it was hilarious. Watch it on YouTube.
The look of the players when he was when he touched the trophy was actually funny. And they were just like, "What are you doing here? Like, why are you grabbing it?"
Oh, wasn't that for the Club World Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, when Cole Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Is looking at you like you're the idiot.
Yeah.
Gave him the mean mug. I was
people actually copy my haircut. They don't copy your haircut.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. That's so funny. I was talking about who was I talking about that with earlier? I was like, man, I got Cole Palmer haircut, but they played today. But yeah, and it's kind of growing on me, man. And now you say that haircut, I was like, man, that thing's looking kind of. I don't know, maybe the barber knew it's like looking kind of ugly.
It's a bowl cut.
Yeah, but man,
it's a modern bowl cut.
It is ugly. Though.
I mean, let him wear it.
Yeah, let him do it.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but let him wear it. Like, he feels comfortable in it, and you know what? He plays well in it. And if that's what it takes, let him have it.
He's been having it so much that I witnessed. I was like, oh man, I think his barber missed a little bit of the left. Oh my goodness.
He doesn't see face. Actually, I think he feeds off the hate of that bold haircut. Like people don't like it. It's fine.
That's absolutely
hilarious. Well, did you want to talk about the new transition, Darren Fletcher?
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I mean, okay, I'm here for you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be honest.
Okay, I want to see the outside looking in. What's the outside looking in?
Okay, so like, I mean, I kind of feel like, okay, I don't know if Darren Fletcher that well. Has he been coaching?
Who are you talking about?
I'll text him right now, actually.
Yeah.
As a match, who are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Has he been coaching somewhere else? Like, I don't know anything about
as far as I know.
He was the U21, was he?
Okay. All right.
At Man U?
Yeah. So as far as I know, we are taking, what was the word that we're taking back? Dweeb. We're taking the word dweeb back.
Did it go away?
And well, yeah. Nobody says dweeb anymore.
It took a
not
hiatus.
cool to say dweeb.
It took a hiatus.
It's like you're a dweeb if you say dweeb.
Yeah. And for the you government folks that are listening in, dweeb is just an individual that
It's
just
one of
doesn't
y'all.
understand the situation that they're in.
Fletcher.
No, Ineos, Radcliffe.
Fair enough.
Radcliffe is a dweeb when it comes to football, in my opinion. You got to say the "in my opinion" right, because in my opinion, Radcliffe
know.
doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know what he bought into, and I think he's been taken advantage of by the Glaziers. And I'm sure that was part of the game, it was part of the deal, or whatever they're doing in the back doors that we don't know about because they do things, like steal your information and make you pay more taxes or whatever it is that those rich people do nowadays.
A little bit of everything.
The one thing that I can honestly say, and I will confidently say that 90% of the soccer community, of the global football community,
With an accent on
will agree with me is that they don't know what they're doing. Manchester United.
Manchester United. Okay,
The ownership. They, when it comes to football, when it comes to business, okay, cool. And I'm sure they're still fighting along with Real Madrid for this Super League. And I think that's the push that's happening right here. But when it comes to the game, when it comes to, soccer, football, they don't have a clue.
So
much like Ineos's clue when it came to cycling, didn't have a clue.
So my question is, if you're blaming Glaziers, which fair enough, they have other reasons to be blamed. But if that's the case, then why do they keep hiring people who don't have a clue? What's the benefit for them?
Money.
How?
Well, because they keep hiring, they keep making a profit, and they don't lose a profit, right? Okay,
But they make more
you
money
ever-
if they had a clue.
Do you think he's
no, I'm not so sure.
Why not?
Okay, because and I haven't dotted the I's and crossed the T's on this, right? But when much like in the lower league, in championship, coming up into the EPL is very, very costly, right? So I think what Ineos and Glaziers are doing is just making sure that they're never really in Champions League unless it's a closed system, that they don't really make those tournaments unless they're closed systems, because that's expensive. That becomes
But you make a lot of money if you get into the top four into Champions League.
No. You don't make money if you're top in the first. You have to win Champions League to make a lot of money.
You make money if you're there.
You don't make enough because your players are gaining a lot of money, and that's why they're also trying to change the way
Liverpool's been doing
players.
fine.
That's also why they're trying to change. That's also but Liverpool doesn't
So is
have
Arsenal.
right. Okay, well, Arsenal, you might be getting there. Liverpool doesn't have. You just spent money in the last decade. It's the first time that I've seen Liverpool spend big money.
For sure.
We have spent billions
Yeah.
in 2 decades. I'm going to come back with my point. Sorry. I have a bunch of emojis.
Here's an emotional break, please.
And the emojis won't go away. I don't know what to do with the emojis.
Look at the back. There it is.
We'll be right back. You're listening to me break down on WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You've been listening to Lumpen FC. I hate my life right now. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Yes, Gomez Peña is back. The Mix Files are back in Lumpen Radio. Now, broadcasting from both San Francisco, Califas, and Mexico City. Acompáñenos.
Second promo. 30-second promo. 30-second promo.
You've never heard anything like this before. It's postmodern talking with Bobby Kahn and DJ LeDuce, only on WLPN 105.5 FM.
30-second promo.
Buddy gives artists and small manufacturers in Chicago a place to showcase and sell their goods and artworks. Buddy retails to a vast audience of Chicagoans and visitors at the Chicago Cultural Center. Buddy is a shop as local as it gets. Buddy is part of the nonprofit Public Media Institute. Visit hi-buddy.org for more information.
With threats of raids and immigration enforcement in Chicago, know that we all have rights, regardless of immigration status. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to refuse entry to your home without a warrant signed by a judge. You have the right to speak to a lawyer. Do not sign anything you do not understand. The best way to defend our community is by knowing and defending our rights. This public service announcement was brought to you by Lumpen Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. Lumpen FC is proudly brought to you by Barra Brava Brewing. You can find Barra Brava Brewing products at Mars in Bridgeport, Life on Mars in Logan Square, as well as The Barrel in Pilsen. And we hope to be expanding our spots that you can find the product at. We've been talking about Manchester United and the changes that have occurred with Ratcliffe at the helm. Here's the issue. Why? Why do we continue to just change the manager as though the players may not be the problem? It is at this point, we're looking at 1.5 to 1.6 billion dollars invested into players with pretty much what would be the same results. And at the same time, when you had Ollie at the wheel several years back, when you had even... I don't want to say his name because he's like the little devil that when you say his name, he's going to pop up. When you had Mourinho helping us out, he's gonna
won
pop.
your trophy. Come on,
he's gonna destroy one of my teams. Now that I said it, he's gonna be at AC. He's gonna show up at AC Milan next year. Anyways,
yeah.
Just wait till he starts
when you start developing a program, when you start doing, what people normally say, go with the process. Go with the process. Yeah. Here's the process that I will say Amaron has done. He showed up, and here's a perfect example of what the difference between a coach and a manager is. Oh no! Don't tell me I lost it, because that's exactly what he complained about in his last press conference. I'm a coach. I'm not a manager.
No, he said the opposite. He said that he was a manager, not a coach.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what I read. That's not what I read. But in other situations, in either case,
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, good.
Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say. If you are an owner of a football team, and we're not talking NFL, right? Because NFL, in my opinion, it's what it is. If you are an owner of a global football team, that means you don't know anything about the game. Because you have so much money and you've invested so much that there is absolutely no way that I'm going to say your daily life deals with watching trades, with watching scouting, with watching soccer players, with watching the way the formations are changing. You're not keeping up with the game. You're keeping up with the fact that you need to have an empire that funnels money into the hobby that you have.
I feel like sometimes. Oh, we got a quote. What do you say, Steve?
What
do you say?
Ruben Amorim, I'm manager of Manchester United, not coach.
Exactly.
From
I'm
NBC
manager.
Sports.
I'm manager. I'm not a coach. I'm out. You want me to be a coach? I'm out. Bye. Yeah, I'm not a coach.
Yeah, that's what
I'm not a coach.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
You were saying that he was a coach, not manager.
No,
I was just
writing
that wrong.
If you're gonna give someone what is now in modern times $1 billion roster, $1.5 billion roster,
yeah,
then they are the manager. They should be able to manage it. They should be able to change the players that they want. They should be able to sit out the players that they want. Are you going to get Cecil? Are you going to get Ancelotti? Are you going to get top manager Klopp? Are you gonna bring Klopp into Manchester United and say, hey, we want you to win trophies, but you have no say in any of this. You're just a coach.
But I don't think that's what's happening.
I think that's exactly what's happening.
Do you
I think that's exactly.
No,
what's
I
happening.
think he when it says that he's a coach, he can choose the team, but he's not necessarily going to be the end all be all of who they bring in.
Yeah, if you're a coach, you can only choose who starts today, but you don't get to choose who I want tomorrow to come into this club.
No. What the way I read it is, as a coach, you can choose your lineup. You can field who you want. You can bring in who's on the bench, that sort of stuff. But
Cool.
What he might not have the final say in is transfers.
That's the problem, and that's a big
Yeah.
problem. And
I
that's
mean,
a gigantic
I actually don't think so.
I think that's a
isn't,
gigantic
isn't that what,
I don't think so.
one of the things that...
Then how am I supposed to build my format? How am I supposed to build my formation? How am I supposed to build my thought of the way this game is
Because it's not
supposed
your
to be
money.
played? No, it's not my money.
No.
But at the same time, hey, as coaches, as a coach, if you want to be an NBA coach,
Because you work with the people who do
no,
handle
no,
the
no,
money.
no.
Yes.
That deteriorates the
No, it
product.
doesn't.
You're deteriorating
Not-
product.
not at
You
all.
might as well watch NBA, and that's horrendous.
That's how
but-
Klopp won his trophies.
Klopp won his trophies because he was
exactly
allowed
how-
to make choices.
No, he wasn't, because
Yeah.
Edwards was in charge of bringing in the people that he brought in.
Right, okay.
If it was up
And
to
then-
Klopp, he would never have brought in Salah.
And here's the
he
other-
would never
here's
brought
the
in
other-
Mané.
here's
He
the
would
other-
never have moved
Right,
Firmino
right.
into number
I
9
understand.
position.
I understand what you're saying, and here's the reason that I always have to put Liverpool aside, because Liverpool is actually good at sports. That program, Boston program, is good at sports. And if Manchester United was good at sports, I'd agree.
Then why wouldn't
I would
people want to
agree, but they're
copy
not.
what worked? I mean, come on, it worked.
If
he was not in charge
Ineos,
of it.
If Ineos was copying Liverpool at this point, when they do those things, I would be like, okay, you know what, I get it. But we're not.
Adrian, look, Real Madrid, no coach is ever in charge of who they're bringing in, and they still win.
And that's why good coaches always leave.
but they win.
Or, sorry, good managers.
But how many
always
trophies
leave.
have they won with that system?
Look, if I hand
How many
you-
trophies have they
if
won?
I hand you
How many trophies have they won?
If I hand you
No
Disney's Tinkerbell Stardust,
the most
I'm gonna
the most
let you win.
successful team has won with that system, dude. Come
no,
on.
the most successful team is
It's
Barca.
Real Madrid.
The most successful team is
It
Barcelona.
is not.
And they actually dump their managers left and right.
Whatsoever, dude. How many Champions League has Real Madrid won with that system?
In the-
Several.
In the modern age,
Yes.
8.
Several. Oh, that's nothing, right? Come on, man. That's a lot
The,
in that system.
The thing is, like, it seems like with Man U, I don't know if you ever played Football Manager, but it seems like your owner is like
for like 10 minutes, and the
Kinda
phone,
just,
the cell phone was wrong.
Yeah. He was like, it seems like it seems like some of these guys are actually doing that with their teams right now, just thinking that it's like a video game.
Yeah,
And just trying to figure.
it's exactly what it feels like.
But didn't your boy leave because they end up telling him he's not going to get as much money as supposedly he thought he was in the transfer window, and that's what got Almiron kind of hot, and that's basically was like, I'm done with
But
it.
that's what I'm talking about. So you can't sit there and say, hey, you know what? In 6 months, we're going to give you this. And then in 6 months, you planned for 6 months as a coach. You planned for 6 months. And then in 6 months, the company says, oh, you know what?
I don't think
we're not
think
gonna
it's
do
as easy as saying like we're just going to give you this without any feedback from you. Like I think the coaches and the people who are buying those players are like, look, how about this? I understand the system that you're trying to build up. How about this player? This is the best player that we can get for the money that we have and the other things that we have to consider. This is what we're getting you.
I'm gonna go out on the edge of this branch and say that Almiron had an idea before he was hired of this is what I need. And I'm pretty sure that during the process, he told them, hey, look, I'm coming. I'm at that point, I'm a nobody that's very successful in Portugal. But this is what I'm going to need to make Manchester United into something that you're looking for, right? I'm sure he did not show up to that interview without a plan. And I'm pretty sure that the front office looked at that plan and said, cool, but you're a coach, so we'll figure it out. The front offices in most, Liverpool is different, and I've told you that for almost a decade. Liverpool's different because they see sports, and they've always seen sports as what they are. But other ownerships don't. They see it another way. And we can get deep into it in another, we've had these conversations. I'm not going to compare them to Liverpool. I'm going to compare them to other products where they're having the same results. You're looking at these turntable right now of coaches, really good coaches, really solid coaches, historic coaches. And you're not going to tell me that their vision of the game has gotten better. No, it's just that the front offices, the gamblers, the people with the billions of dollars that need a good name on the back of the T-shirt that they can sell globally, they're making decisions that are completely different than what's better for the game.
So, but here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to Man U. If Amorim is saying that he's manager, then by definition, he's part of a part of choosing who they bring in. Like him declaring that himself as manager, and this is what I'm going off of. If he's manager, not coach, which is the opposite of Liverpool right now.
I heard it from the interpretation of what he says. Yo soy manejador, no soy coach.
Yeah, so he's not coach, he's a manager.
But he's telling the front office, I'm a manager. I am a manager.
Yeah.
I'm not a coach. And you're treating me like a coach.
Yeah.
That's my perspective of the interpretation. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But you're not treating me as manager. Okay, baseball managers. Let's look at baseball. Right, let's look at baseball.
You just confused me.
That's very different.
Well,
managers are very different.
You
from
just
coaches.
confused me.
In baseball,
You can hire and fire whoever
the
the hell you
front
want.
office is going to hire and fire whoever they want.
No, it's not the front office. It's actually the head of the managers. That's the one who does it. The owners don't do anything.
The managers should manage, and they manage the game.
don't.
The front office should not even be involved.
That's not how it is in baseball. The coaches don't hire and fire in baseball.
But but there's no coaches. There's a manager, and the manager. Hey,
they don't hire. And
you
fire.
hired that guy. You hired that guy. Cool. I'm not going to play him.
Yeah.
But in soccer now, you will play him because we need to make those jersey sales.
And in baseball, what they do,
that's the difference.
And in baseball, what they do is like, oh, you're not going to play the player that I want you to play, so I'm going to get rid of everybody that and they can fire them.
Like I said,
because the contracts don't matter.
Like I said, Liverpool had this down from the beginning, but they also understood that the manager had to have a say, which is why they were successful with Klopp.
So
because Klopp did not go in there and be like,
so what you're
well,
telling me is that
whatever.
Amorim had no say in the players that he brought in.
Amorim had very little say in the players of Brand, and I'm going to go even more on my tinfoil hat at this point, that he even had a lesser say of the players that he could play on certain days. Absolutely. Especially, we'll go back to when Ollie had to deal with Ronaldo. That's the front office saying, you're going to have him on your front line whether you like it or not. That's what the Glazers are. The problem at Manchester United isn't the coaches. It isn't the managers. It isn't the people that wash the socks in the uniform. It's the FO. It's the Glazers.
I don't understand why they would purposely sabotage it. Why would you sabotage your brand?
They don't even know that they are. They don't think that they are.
You don't know what? Oh, so
they don't think that they are because they're making money off it. They're making. What are they?
These billionaires don't know what they bought. Is what you're telling me.
What I'm saying is they don't think they're sabotaging it because they're still making money off of it.
Oh,
whether it's losing or not.
They're seeing everybody else. They're seeing everybody else make way more money than them, but they don't know that they're sabotaging it. They're billionaires, but they're dumb billionaires.
Is everyone making way more money?
Well, Real Madrid definitely is.
Oh, okay, well,
Man City absolutely is.
I mean, Todd at Chelsea is definitely.
That's because they don't own oil. That's a whole other thing.
But that's
not. It has nothing to do with.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the money that the owners have. I'm talking about the revenue that they're making based off the team alone. Real Madrid definitely is making a ton of money.
I don't know. What's the EPL contract? I don't know if Real Madrid is making money.
I mean, just on TV rights, just on revenue, just on T-shirt sales. I'm not even talking about the oil money. Real Madrid is making tons of money on just that, and they're no oil money. You tell me all the time
And it's
that
a
they're
loser. And
you're
it's
tell-
a
you're telling-
loser team. At least Real Madrid is winning games.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm agreeing with you. So I'm wondering why would they purposely, if they can see what's working, why would they purposely sabotage their team, their brand?
They're not sabotaging their team. They're sabotaging the
So
wins.
you're okay with sixth place?
I am not. As an individual. No, okay. Well, hold on. Let's take that back a minute. To prove my point. When we came into this season, we were 15th place last year? And I said, let's stick with Amaron. I see what he's doing. And I know everybody was making fun of him with the board and switching the chessboard. I get it. Okay, it's funny. Ha, 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 ha. But you know what? Pep has his bottle. Amaron has his chessboard. All right? So each manager's going to go to his little quiet spot and figure it out. Why? Because there's 100,000 people throwing piss bottles at them. So, okay, I get it, right? I get it. Every manager has their little spot, their little, what is it called? The quiet place that they're going to go to. And Amaron's was weak. You know, he's sitting there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, he took us from 15th to fighting for 4th. All right? And then he got fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they get fired or did he walk away?
No, I mean,
Because he's not manager, he's a coach.
at this point, you walk away.
Well, we all saw the videos. He definitely walked away.
I'm pretty sure.
He definitely walked away.
I'm pretty sure that there was a meeting where, hey, you walk away or we fire you, and getting fired is probably not the best option.
Well,
But
$10
he
million.
went from 15th place to where he was at. Now he walks away. All right, $10 million, whatever. At the same time, is Amaron going to find a team? Yeah, Amaron's going to find a team. He's going to find a team because right now there's a bunch of managers. Sorry, coaches. You're coaches now. You're not managers. There's a bunch of coaches getting dropped left and right because they don't agree with the front office, because they yell at the front office, because they get angry at the front office, because the front office isn't helping them, because it's not about the wins. It's about the TV contracts. It's about the jersey sales. It's about everything else. And that is even more visible today than it was 5 years ago.
But if
Chelsea right now is already in trouble because, well, we don't like the way you did this. And even then they're like, well, then we're going to have to change our coach because if we're not allowed to sign 12-year-olds for 20 years, we're going to have to change our the way that we're doing things.
the problem I have with that is you've always said, and I've heard a lot of people say this, is that if you want to make money, win. So why are you going to sabotage your team from winning?
Who's winning? Who's winning?
Right. So what I'm saying is, why would they be sabotaging?
Look
their
at the
team?
last 3 weeks of EPL.
You just said they
Everyone-
went. You just said
Right.
they went from 15th to 6th. So
Right.
they're obviously doing something right.
What I'm saying
Right,
is,
right.
Where's the patience?
well, I don't know. You fired the patients, right? Like you fired
No,
them.
you said he walked away.
No, come on. Okay, look, that's like that's like saying Ancelotti walked away. Like it's like saying Zizou won't sign the contract. Why? Because he won't be a manager. He'll be a coach, and he's not going to be a coach.
He doesn't need to.
anyone.
He won without being a manager. He doesn't need to be at Real Madrid.
It's why he left Real Madrid. Anyways, that's you have an entire class of actual football knowledgeable managers that are about to be pushed out because the ownerships don't want managers anymore. They want coaches. They want someone that shuts up. These are your 10 players.
I'll tell you what.
Play them how you can.
I'll tell you
and
what.
Salary cap is covered.
I'll tell you what. I mean, you're making it seem as if that's detrimental.
Yes.
There's been a lot of times where I've seen managers who don't know how to pick the right players.
Yeah.
And that's also part of it.
Well, sure.
So the problem with it is you're looking at it as a supporter. You're looking at it as a supporter when you have to look at it as a business. Because
No,
the business.
I don't have $1 billion.
Okay,
I can
well,
only look at it from
then
the
I'll be the antithesis. I'll look at it as a business because
right.
as someone who has billions of dollars that you have to invest into, you're not going to give it to somebody that. I mean, again, I keep going back to
That wants control to win?
Had Klopp chosen someone over Salah, no way are we as successful as we are. And I'm glad they didn't give him that decision. They should not have given him that decision, and they didn't give him that decision, and I'm glad they didn't give him that decision because we ended up winning everything because he was going to make the wrong decision. So I'm not saying
Klopp was going to make the wrong.
Yes, he was. He was absolutely going to make the wrong decision and choose the wrong player over Salah. He was trying to override Edwards at the time, who was trying to bring in Mo Salah.
Okay,
and he said, "I don't want him," and they brought him in, and the rest is history.
Okay, but here's the thing that you and I must agree on, right? Liverpool and that program, that the sports program that is, what is it? Fenway Sports, is an asterisk. They are good at what they do. I'm not talking about Fenway Sports.
But Real Madrid does the same thing, Adrian. They do the same thing.
No. I mean, you keep bringing up Real Madrid as though that's what I'm protecting. I'm protecting Manchester United here. Real Madrid is a completely different
So
thing.
you're going to tell me Ancelotti was choosing all those players? Not Perez. It was Ancelotti who brought in all those players.
No. Okay. Okay. This is the conversation that we're not supposed to be getting into. How many times did I agree with Perez's Brazil program?
I don't know.
Very rarely. And what's happening now?
You guys have won a ton of
So
trophies.
but we're pushing off the Brazil players. Why? Because they're not effective. They're not an effective. The one that I was completely wrong on. Well, no, it was a personal perspective. The one that I was completely wrong on, and I will say this, is Mbappe. Right? And I wasn't against it at its original point when Ancelotti and Perez were both in agreement that they should bring Mbappe in. At the very first day that happened, I was like, yes, let's do it. But with Mbappe using Real Madrid for leverage to get more money off of PSG twice, not once, but twice, I'm the one that said, forget it. We don't need that player, blah, blah, blah. Ancelotti got older. Ancelotti, went through his movements. And at that point, we didn't win many titles because we were dealing with the Brazilian players. Oh, and this is sounding racist, but it's not. It's not. We were dealing with the Brazilian players that just wasn't working out because they weren't falling into the Ancelotti program or because they weren't seeing it the way it was. Now, did we win titles? Yes, we won certain titles. Did we beat Barcelona? No, Barcelona was punishing us. What was it, 6-1, the one game that we saw? The one Clásico that we had?
But it's not like it's a cupcake team.
Okay, right, okay.
They cheaters too.
We're not going to talk about Barcelona. We're talking about Real Madrid. So there was issues there where at least Ancelotti did have a say of certain things that he was doing with. Granted, Perez, and look, I'm not a fan of Perez. I am not a fan of Perez.
I'm not disagreeing with you in the system, dude.
Here's the issue, though.
Perez was the end-all, be-all. And, of course, Ancelotti was a part
And
of
it
it.
shouldn't be.
That's what I'm saying.
And
That's what I'm
Perez,
saying.
and I'm going to sit out here, and I know I'm going to get just blown up on social media. Perez is wrong a lot. A lot. The only thing he has going for him is that he has buku money to cover it up. That's it. But he's wrong a lot. And I honestly think that, and Perez isn't even an owner. He's just a president. The owners should not have this much as it pertains to Manchester United, as it pertains to other, over exactly how football is going to be played on the field. Why? Because they don't know football.
They own the team, dude. It's their team.
All right. Well,
if I own something and I have no say in it, then why do I own it?
City is a very good example. City owns the team, and they have tons and tons of money, but they've never gotten rid of Pep. Why? Because they trust Pep to win them championships. And what has happened? Pep has won them championships.
Yeah.
They also bought their old team.
Right. Well, they're New York Yankees.
I mean,
No,
you could be like Spurs, where the owner really just cares about the NFL.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
And at the same time,
They make more money off the stadium off of NFL than they do from
they're just going to
Spurs.
be in this
But
spiral.
and also at the same time, you're talking about Pep as if he's not the most generational coach
Right.
ever. Like, okay, they didn't do that with Pellegrini.
Okay,
They didn't do that with.
The Pep Guardiola, without a doubt, when it comes to management, is because he would go. He went to Bayern Munich. He went to Barcelona and said, "This isn't my plan. This isn't my ideal. You will do what I say, or I will leave."
The reason
at Barcelona, he got rid of some of the best players.
He
got rid of Ronaldinho.
The reason Pep works at Man City is because the reason Pep works at Man City is because Pep, despite all of his genius, is a checkbook manager, and Man City is a checkbook.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Like-
That's what I'm talking about.
That's fair too.
Each manager is going to have their place and their position, but at the same time, you as an owner have to look at the manager and be like, okay, he's a checkbook manager. I'm going to try to open up my checkbook. I get it. Illegally, whatever, blah, 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 this and that. I get it. But the ownership realized what type of manager they had, and they worked with the manager. They didn't make him a coach.
But at the same time,
imagine what would have happened if Pep would have gone to Manchester City, and in the first 2-3 years, Manchester City was like, "We're not giving you that guy. We're not." He would have been gone.
let's say
It would have been a completely different history.
Hang on. You know what? Let's say you're right. Let's say when it comes to Man City, Pep can buy whoever he wants.
Right.
He has not made great choices. Calvin Phillips, dud. Grealish, dud.
Okay, hold on.
Doku, dud.
Grealish
Nunez,
at first was great. Grealish
dud.
at first was fantastic.
Dud.
Grealish was part of how many trophies? 4?
Not really.
5? 4 or 5?
You know what he
Wait.
did? They took a phenomenal player and they made him into someone who just keeled over. And
Well, I mean, Vodka does that, dude. Like, Vodka does that, right?
Come
but
on.
he used him to the very end.
He was not a great player.
He drug him into the ground, but he used him.
He was such a great player that he had to bring in Doku to take over for him. He was terrible.
Again.
Doku's awful.
Here's the
He's
thing.
not a good player.
And I love this perspective that you're
And
talking
this
about.
is just the last 3 years.
And you're not
I'm
wrong.
not even talking about the other.
You're not wrong
the
though.
other
But
years.
it's more proof to my point.
He's made more duds. He's made more.
Pep is gonna bring you in and drive you down, and then switch. Much like the Patriots coach.
But what
the
I'm
Patriots
saying-
coach that would bring in players and was like, "Nah,
Yes,
you got
but
like
Adrian,
a year here."
The difference,
Belichick.
Manager.
Manager.
But again, my argument is the managers, more often than not, including one of the best coaches that I've ever seen in my life, don't make the best choices. That's my argument. Is that the issue with Pep? The difference is that Man City can cover his mistakes.
I think that
and they have.
for us to categorize a good choice is a combination of the front of the house realizing what the coach, with quotation marks, the coach wants, and they help each other out. At Manchester United currently, that is not what is happening.
That might be true.
All right, so at Manchester United currently, there's a dude who thinks he's the dweeb of sports, and he sucks at cycling, he sucks at sports racing, he sucks at soccer, he's bad at it. Go back to pharmaceuticals, buddy. That's where you belong. That's where you're not a dweeb, you're a nerd. And stay in that realm. And at least bring in someone that knows the game, because you don't know the game. He probably knows music better than he knows football.
That's why the cantina gone.
And that's why the cantina's gone.
Bring the cantina
I'm telling
back.
you.
Can't even have a cantina.
And I'm telling you, from this, okay. And granted, Ratcliffe is new to the game, and I'm sure that he got just whatever. I'm not going to say it on the air, but it's still on the Glaziers. You are fighting for top 4. You're fighting for top 4. That's what the table was like last week. We were fighting for top 4. And you get rid of your manager. It doesn't matter if you like or don't like. You're still in a position to make money. You're still in a position to make money. You might finish top 4. And they're like, nah, we're gonna get rid of him because we don't like what he said. We don't like the words.
It sounds
that
to
he
me
spoke.
like it sounds to me like the Glazers, according to you, are the worst billionaires at making money. That's how it.
No.
That's how you're describing it to me.
No,
Their
no.
game plan is the worst way to make
No.
money.
Their game plan to make money is fantastic.
Nah, it's
their
not.
game plan
They'd be
to
making
win,
way more money if they wanted to win.
Their game plan to win trophies is atrocious.
They would make way more money if they won trophies.
Yeah,
Yeah, so why not win
that's
trophies?
how it works.
So why not try to win trophies if it would make you more money?
Well, tell me a trophy. Tell me a trophy that they've won in the last 2-3 years.
No, I'm agreeing with you, but you're saying they own a company that they want to sabotage for whatever reason. 'Cause somehow it's going to make them money.
Each one of those family members is getting their $4 million.
Yeah, and they'd be making more and more money if they actually
per
won.
quarter as they see fit. You're listening to WLPNLP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC and me rave about Manchester United, which we're not going to do anymore.
It's all right, man. You're just going through. I mean, you just got a victim of the coaching carousel that just happened in the past 2 weeks. Or
No.
1 week.
But it's Manchester United. I've been a victim of the coaching carousel for 5 years at this point.
No, longer than that.
6 years.
But
we've had
Vanderhall.
a new
Since Fergie.
We've had a new coach every 8 months, 9 months
It's
per
bad.
year since Fergie left.
Yeah.
Well, who do you want?
And then if we start talking about
Great question.
Carrick,
You think Kerry's going to fix this?
no.
Didn't he already-
No.
Didn't he do
Is he gonna fix the front office? No.
No.
No. And honestly, had we stayed with Carrick after all
I would say
left,
he did do it. Yeah, he did. He did.
He
have some-
wasn't bad.
because he had the students that he coached underneath him, under him. I think that Carrick understands the Manchester United.
the Manchester United way.
No, not the way. There is no way. There is no
Yeah.
way.
I can't stand that. The Liverpool way or the
Oh,
Arsenal
my
way. I
goodness.
can't stand.
I think
that.
that
Oh, my
he's
goodness.
lived, with Fergie and with the previous owner so much as a child when he was playing in the academy programs, and with Fergie, and that he's been through it. He knows what this old school looks like. He knows every hallway. He knows every little whisper. He knows all the people. So what I'm saying is, if they want to win titles, Carrick, which is on the list, is probably the best thing that Ineos and Glazers could go with. But here's the caveat to that. They have to stick with it for at least 3 years. And that's a hard sell for Ineos and the Glazers because they don't stick with anything for 3 years.
Well, not too many clubs are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, do you think if they had given Amorim that much time, it would have been any different? Like,
I think-
if they given him 3 years.
I think that in 3 years, Amarin would have sure given him a top title. So FA Cup, league, or, well, I'm not going to say champions, but
Fair, but
Champions
Ten
League in the
Hag gave them that. And they still got rid of him.
that's exactly what I'm talking about, Sebastian. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But you didn't think that was enough. You remember you're like, oh, for Man U, that's not enough. That's not a trophy.
That's not true. That's not true.
Ow.
That is not true. See, that's not true. That's not true.
Would you not want the Crystal Palace, homie?
Huh?
The Crystal, because they're out there.
Oh, Glasner?
Yeah, Glasner. You would Carrick over Glasner?
That's a good question.
I have.
Because that's more like
I am impressed. But I would have to look more at what's there. I have to look more at the foundation, which, the Glazers aren't going to do, and Ineos isn't going to do because it doesn't matter. I would have to look deeper into what has actually been there. I'd have to study that object more, which I have not. I don't know the entirety of his capabilities. But that's what I'm saying. The owners don't have the time to look at that. They don't. They're flying with their jets, and, conquering
They got
Venezuela.
Wi-Fi in them jets,
I know
player.
if I was a billionaire, I'd do nothing but fly, just constantly, just be flying.
You gotta make sure that your oil rig in Venezuela is building up properly. So that's more important. It's gonna make you more money than if Manchester United is winning a trophy or not.
I'd also be able to watch my
that's the
team
truth.
play because
The truth is, if what you're talking about, and let's say everything you said is true, they'd make way more money just selling at this point. They would make billions.
No. I would agree with you if they weren't selling their teams at these astronomical numbers that no one can buy.
They'd buy
What
them.
were the Glazers asking for? What was it? 15 billion? 16 billion?
No, I think it was less than that, but someone would buy
Who's
those.
buying that? And then you're gonna have Elon Musk go in there and buy Manchester United. What does Elon Musk know about football?
Who cares? He's going to give them money.
Oh my God!
you'd be the best team and you'd be best team in the world, right?
Yeah. Hey man,
Elon
don't
just-
tell me
is
about Elon Musk. Elon Musk threatened to buy Liverpool.
Is it-
He just needs to go. He just needs to give all these colleges all that
freaked
NIL
out.
money.
They freaked out. No. The reason he did it was because they're
Oh
such
my
a
God.
socialist club.
He's gonna turn Liverpool into X. Like, okay, that's gonna be
It would have
fantastic.
been the worst investment for him.
We got to stop this thing with oligarchs buying soccer teams because
I
they're
agree with
so
that.
bad at it. They're incredibly bad at it.
It's like it's funny because when you
Yeah,
listen to talk
and
sport, all the
here's what we're talking about. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you good.
But the Russian oligarch
Abramovich.
was better at it than what we currently have.
I mean,
he's also allowed to.
Yeah, Abramovich was just like, here's money. Here's money.
Yeah.
Fire them.
But he
here's
let the
money.
manager manage.
Here's money.
He let the manager manage, and it was until the director of sport came in and was like, "Well, if you're throwing money
Until
at
he,
this,
fi-
I'm
until
going
he
to build my
fired
own
him.
office."
Until he fired him a year and a half in, and they got a new manager, and then fired him a year and a half in. And
That's what I'm
fired-
talking about. Like, they just gotta. It's such a tough situation because you want their money at the same time. You don't want them.
you
to
need
say-
their money,
You don't
yeah.
want them to talk of that, dude. Why did we miss that PK? How about you go serve snails to people? Dude, just get the champagne bottles open for me. Like, it's such a weird situation that we're in right now, because there is that absolutely completely different perspective of these owners. Some of them don't even go to the matches. They might show up to an important match here and there, but they're not really there. They're never there.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the ones that do show up, people don't even like it. Like the
Why are you here?
Well, like the owner of Nottingham Forest, I think he goes to every game and everybody hates him. Not everybody, but he doesn't have the best reputation.
I mean, that's a whole different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know if I would want John Henry to show up to every Liverpool game. Maybe it'd be nice, but I don't think I would want it.
You know, much like Fergie, and then even Fergie was not allowed to go into his seats anymore because you got to save that.
Shouldn't be. allowed
But
to
even
go
then,
seats,
even then,
dude.
Fergie
He
was
is such a bad luck charm for
even
Man
then,
U, man.
Even then, you had an individual that was like, "All right, well, I'm here. I'm part of this. Win or lose, I'm here."
Yeah.
You see Radcliffe there. What, once every 2 months, once every other month, if it's an important game, or he sends his liaison to sit there and watch and just kind of act like he knows what's going on the field. It's become a joke with these owners.
Owners showing up doesn't really. I mean,
yeah, it's not like you own the team or anything like that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's so different than it was even 30, 40 years ago, where the owners of those teams were either part of the community or was a big business of the community that was able to buy that team, so on and so forth. Now you're talking about conglomerates. You're talking about, I mean, literally, Abramovich.
we're not talking about
Abramovich
Radcliffe.
wasn't even allowed into the country to watch his team.
Right. Well, that's a whole.
Like,
That's a whole. Stop laundering money, bro.
Well, but what I'm saying is that, like, when you own,
Stop doing those illegal things, bro.
when you own one of the biggest, like, natural gas reserves, you literally own the blood of the world. You're not gonna show up to a soccer game against Fulham. Like, you're not gonna do it, dude.
And the joke I made about laundering money,
So,
that
yeah,
is a
shit.
joke. It's a joke. Before we get sued or whatever. That was a joke. We have no proof that he actually did that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Everything's allegedly.
So we're just saying, according to the United States, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know I took way too much time with Manchester United on this.
It's all good.
Yeah, it had to come out.
Yeah, we just.
I feel
No,
like
but see, but that's the
that
thing,
had to be
though.
exercised.
That's the thing, though. This is just turtling. It's just a turtle. We're just
turtling.
turtling. Because I have a feeling this is going to be an entire season of this. The rest of the season is going to be like, okay, here's the thing. We are in 6th place. We were in 6th place when Amaron was bounced. If we, at this point, what did I say at the beginning of the season? If we finish 10th or higher,
No, yeah, you did.
I'll be happy.
Yeah.
We are in 6th place. If at this point we finish less than 6th,
I will say this.
Then
just
what?
just to caveat this, you brought in a coach who apparently doesn't know how to play a back three, which is what Amarin has been doing
No.
for the better part of a year and a half,
here's the thing, though.
and it didn't look great.
No, it didn't. It didn't. But here's the thing, though. At the end there, it started to look better, and it started to look better. And
Fair.
granted, we ran it.
He
in
did get
injury.
Sesko a brace, so yeah.
We started to
You
get.
played
we
it back
started-
4, right?
I
Played it back
honestly-
four.
They played it back 4.
I will say
would've
this.
thought?
I will say this. I will say this. And I will eat my hair, which I don't have. If we finish less than 6th, deservedly so for you changing a manager in
Yeah.
January. That's what you get. If we finish better than 6th, and it's not a back 3 or a back 4, then I will eat my words. I will eat my words right here on Lumpen FC. I will apologize to everything that is Ineos and all the Formula One teams that they screwed up and all
you
the
start
bicycle
following all the
teams.
Formula One
Yeah.
teams.
I will absolutely apologize. But I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen.
What if it was just as simple as he was like, they're like, hey, you should play it back 4. I'm out of here. And he just leaves.
I'm out.
That's all I think. He was like, you should play it back. We want you to play it back 4. And then he just snaps.
Which is so weird. Like you're asking, which is such a weird. Like
I am not the coach. I'm not the coach. I'm a manager coach.
Yeah, exactly. If you went to the
I hope
Glaciers,
Fletcher does it in that accent, by the way.
if you
Just put a little extra
fantastic.
sauce on it.
if you went to the Glazers office and sat down with Ratcliffe and we're like, what's the difference between a back 3 with this formation and a back 4 with this formation? I want to see what their answers are.
Oh man.
I want to hear them say, well, you know what, with your wing backs and the way you overlap. And I have an idea that they're not going to know what you're talking about.
They probably
What
don't.
are you talking about?
He's going to be like, well, on a football manager,
does
it
that
recommended
sell
me to do
jerseys?
this. So,
Sorry, press X.
and
I went with it.
as you can see, as the game goes on, the ball's moving
And
on
then
the screen.
here's
we're
my
winning.
thing. And I love and here's the other thing. This is the last thing I'm going to say about it. And I love
Amaral?
no,
Yeah,
no,
all right.
no, I'm okay with Amaron. I wish him the best. But our center
Center back?
no, our center midfielder. Our midfielder. I'm so bad with names.
The Portuguese.
The
player.
Portuguese. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Bruno.
Bruno. Yes, Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes.
It's really hard for me. I probably should get that checked out. Anyways, the comments that he made were so just like prepared. They were so prepared.
Oh, what did he say? I'm out of the loop.
So it's one of the things. Well, I'll be able to play freely now, and blah blah blah, and this and that. Like I'll be able to move more within. It was like, and then did you watch this game? We had 4 strikers the entire time. As soon as Bruno started moving up, it's like it was AYSO. Everyone run towards the goal. Everyone try to get the Bruno header.
You gonna chip him over or what?
Well, no, he was
going
trying
on?
he was trying to chip that header in and make it look pretty and all that.
Well, I mean,
good at it.
one side, all the players that were going to leave all somehow want to stay now. Like Xerxes was going to go, I guess, and then who's Mano or Ma, whatever, they're like, I'm about to leave. They're going to leave.
I'm
And now
pretty
they're all
sure-
like,
I'm
now they're
pretty
all
sure-
like, I'm so happy that he's gone. I'm going to say
Yeah,
a fight
like
for
I
my
said,
place.
there's a
Or they,
lot-
or have they
it
been
was-
saying
no,
something
it
like
was
that,
a lot-
or alluding to that, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. It was a lot of
Right.
it was a lot of very prepared speeches.
So he had
A lot of
lost.
very
The,
prepared
he had
speeches.
lost the locker room, is what it sounds like, right? Or am I wrong in this?
I think
assuming
everybody knows
that.
who's signing the checks.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
very-
everybody knows who's signing the checks.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's-
It's
I mean,
very.
that's what it is.
Okay.
I feel like when they say that too, he lost like,
Like,
it's
think about
very
it.
hard to say.
If you're Sesko and you're on a contract that you're definitely not worth, are you gonna speak against the front office? No. Pay me my money. Which when it comes to the players, I'm always gonna be on the side of players. Get your check, get your money, and don't even ask questions about it. Right? But you're looking at Sesko. You're looking at what's the other
Drogo?
kid? You're looking at these kids who were like, nah, yeah, man, I got a big contract.
That's funny you say that because
Am I worth that contract? Absolutely not. No,
Yeah.
none of these players are worth the contracts that they're on. Not even Casemiro. Come on, man. Like, I look as a Real Madrid fan, when it comes to Casemiro, I have a deep. He lives in my heart forever. But dude, you're not worth the money you're getting paid right now at United, dude. I'm sorry, like it's done, dude. Come to Chicago Fire, bro.
There's
Come to
a
Chicago
thing.
Fire. I'd love to have you here.
Actually,
That would be cool.
and I hate
And if the front
Casemiro, and I
and
would
if the-
love him at the Fire.
I'd love him at the Fire. And if the front of the house doesn't throw enough money, don't trust me. I'll throw money at you at the field.
He'd never come here. He
Yeah.
would never come here.
When you
but-
say that, because it's like they were saying when they're Enzo left Chelsea, and they're like, hey, everyone's upbeat. I was like, yeah. It seems like everything's okay. I was like, well, it's a bunch of young kids that just get big paychecks. Like, what do they care? Like, what are they gonna be
that's
sad?
true.
What are they gonna be sad about?
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah, I'm back at practice. I didn't lose my job. And like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, Enzo good. He still got paid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. I mean, you're making your money. I got a Druzy over here with a little bit. I'm looking at it late. They broke Grealish, which I agree with. They broke Grealish, and so did the vodka bottle.
Oh no, I agree with that, but still, dud.
And then Oli, which at the same time, you know, and you'll remember this. When Oli first came into it, I was like kind of skeptical about it. But when we finished second with Oli, I was like, no, all right, let's see how this goes. And then they fired. It was like, you just finished second in the league, and you fired him.
well,
Anyways,
Was
that
that-
Oh no,
with Oli. With Oli.
No,
Yeah.
okay. So here's the thing.
wait, was Ole was Ronaldo still?
Okay,
there?
so
Well, that was the
it was
Ronaldo
right
issue.
before.
No, that's right.
The thing with Ole,
But we're not
and
supposed to be talking Manchester United, though.
and I remember. Wow, the hell with it. I remember with Ole, and that year when he finished second, I said to you, I was like, look, and you didn't want to hear it because of the stats, and I was like, the stats are saying that he's overperforming. The team's
Yeah.
overperforming, but I said, honestly, if he can get a couple of players in
Bless you.
and do his thing, he might be okay next season. Let's see what happens. I think there might be a drop off, but it would be manageable. And then they brought in Ronaldo, and it messed the whole thing up.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
The whole thing got messed up.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Shambles.
yeah.
The Glazers are going to look for that dollar
Yeah.
immediately today
Yeah.
instead of like, oh, let's let the manager. I'm pretty sure that Oli was like, oh, no, I don't want any
He
of
didn't
this
want
here. I don't want to deal with any of that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with Ronaldo coming here. Even the Portuguese national team doesn't want to deal
Right.
with that.
They play him because they have to.
The dude has become so big that no one can hold the weight of him showing up.
Side note: they lost today to Brendan Rodgers, and Ronaldo wouldn't shake anybody's hand except like the coach, and just walked off the field.
That's right.
Didn't I was like,
Just let him sit in his hyperbaric
Okay.
chamber and figure it out.
I will say this. In that incident, I hear what you're saying. And I agree with that.
And that's
But-
it's
but-
happened so many times
But
since then.
but I don't think it has.
To
I
this
mean,
day, we still find YouTube videos and recordings of Mourinho saying exactly what I'm saying right now, and I hate Mourinho.
I look.
I hate Mourinho.
I hear it. I hear it in the past because yes, I've seen those sort of players that the Glasners or whoever have brought into Man U, and it didn't work out. And there's a lot of players, and this is why I don't feel sorry for Man U, because you brought in phenomenal players that didn't work out, and for whatever reason. But in the last few seasons, especially since Ole, maybe even Ten Hag, they've brought in players that aren't big key name players, elite players, and it looks to me like it's been the coach / manager who's been making those decisions. Dorgu is not a Glasner pick.
Yeah, that was definitely Ruben.
Yeah. Sesko is not a Glasner pick.
Sesko was actually
Zersky is not a
Right.
Glasner pick.
All right, let's talk about Sesko. Sesko was injured when Amaron got him, and I will admit this: Amaron was looking for him, and Sesko remained injured under Amaron. And now that Amaron left, and I think this is one of those things where okay, the timing is bad. How's Sesko doing now?
He scored 2 goals. Remember we said it. He had a brace.
Yeah. Still
Hey, playing that classic 4-4-2.
still not
Playing that classic,
still not a
2-4-4.
Cross the
still
ball.
not
in.
there's no way that's a
Classic
Gla-
England ball.
compared to what we would think is a Glasner pick, which is Schweinsteiger, which is Di Maria, which is those kinds of players. Sesko is not a Glasner pick.
Well, Di Maria was amazing at Manchester United. So anyway.
He really, I mean, whatever. We
And
can,
the reason Di Maria left was because he wasn't getting paid.
But what I'm saying is that Glasner's, from what it sounds like, they make. I feel like the last Glasner actual pick was Bruno Fernandes. After that, Who did they pick that was a Glasner pick that we
Ronaldo.
recognize?
Ronaldo was after Bruno
No,
Fernandes.
but that was the exception. But what was the other one? Like literally, Dorgu is not. Sesko is not.
No.
I mean, who is? McTominay is not. Like, come on. Like,
No,
Mateus
McTominay
Delict.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Dalot
the
is
blonde
not. Like, these are all your coaches' choices, and they're not great.
Dallow's been there forever. They're not Amaron picks. I mean, anyways,
They're not Glasner.
we're not going to talk about Manchester United because we can go on for weeks about Manchester United and the era that's going on there. Mm-hmm. We have been talking about managers that are moving in and out of position at this point. Everyone's dumping their managers.
Poor Celtic.
No.
I mean, poor Wilfred Nancy. Which is
Honestly, I haven't been following
funny.
this whole thing, but I've been hearing about it.
It's actually kind of funny. I was listening to Talk Sport, and it's one of the guys that called in. And kind of one of those. He was like, bring in. He's talking about the coach. He's like, he's not a Scot. He's not one of Scott. He's not a Scot. He's not Scottish. He's not one of us. He doesn't get it. And then like the announcer goes, "What do you mean he's not Scottish?" And the guy's like, what I mean? He goes, no, what do you think? He just got the interview of the Talk Sports. Like, what do you mean, man? What do you think? Because he's not Scott. What do you mean? Because I'm pretty sure it was Darren Bent. So Darren Bent kind of called through. Was like, are you saying because he's not a white Scottish dude that he can't couldn't coach Celtic? And the guy
Call out.
the guy his turn. He's like, no. He's like backing up and started stumbling over his words. It was so funny. But it's like they say the same things about. I mean, all the Man U managers out there. These guys call in. They wanted to be the guy from the hometown guy. It's like, well,
No.
that ain't gonna happen, bro.
And I have since you bring that up, I have a complete disagreement. Klopp is a perfect example at Liverpool because Liverpool, I think, is when it comes to a sporting program, I think Liverpool has it right. But when Klopp came to Liverpool, what was it? Well, he's not a Liverpool guy. He's not a Liverpool style player. Blah blah blah. But slowly, you change things because you listen to the manager because the manager has an idea because he knows what's going on the field and in the locker room. And eventually, Klopp ball became Liverpool ball. And then that's now what we're looking at. Now when we're talking about Liverpool ball, well, it's Klopp ball.
well, that was,
Yeah.
and I mean, just to respond to that
Which
was,
people still bring it up now. Well, this, your current manager's not playing Klopp
but it was an obvious combination between Klopp speaking to the people who were in charge of bringing people in and saying, look, this is what I'm looking for.
Yes.
And there, luckily enough, there was an understanding of okay, let's do our analytics, let's do our research, and we're gonna get you potentially the best players that can play the kind of ball that you want to play that we can afford.
Yeah.
And all those boxes were ticked, and then whatever happened. But that is very difficult to do. All of that is very difficult to do, and that's what gets you to those elite status, teams.
Right. But that's what I'm saying, though. It becomes one of those things where the front office realizes that they are not managers. They don't know the game. I'm sorry, but you are a pencil pusher, and you can add up the numbers. You can put up the accounting program. You know how much money's there, and that is important to relay to the manager. They can say, hey, I want this $700 billion player. And then that's when you say, hey, you know what? No, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then there's that conversation. That conversation that I believe, in my mind, the Liverpool sports program has down is missing in a lot of other clubs.
I think
and Manchester United is one.
Well, when it comes to FSG, I think what they do is they hire people like Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes to do those hiring. I really don't think. I think at best FSG is this is how much you can spend. And actually, I don't even think it's that. From what I understand,
I'm sure there's a budget in place.
I think FSG, there's a budget in place. But as far as I understand, FSG has always said, we're not going to take any money from you guys. Any money you make is yours. Spend it however you want. We're out. And I don't know if it's that kind of dry, but it's basically
I doubt it.
But it's essentially spend whatever you make.
Yeah.
And that
We're-
kind of is how a business should be.
Which is
Right.
Which is a big difference. Which is a big difference from what's happening in Manchester United.
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
an
no, for
error
sure,
in-
for sure.
And a big difference what's happening at Real Madrid, where you have a president who's not even an owner. He's a president who's like, I'm just going to throw more money at it.
yeah.
Like, all right. Well,
And
dude,
that's-
I understand you have endless pockets, but
And there are teams that are
Dude.
like that are used to that. Like
The
Chelsea's
problem
like
is-
used to
the
that.
problem
like,
is-
just buy me whatever.
the problem is that Getafe gave us a fight. Betis gave us a fight. Atletico today, although a tournament that I don't care about, gave us a fight.
Yeah.
So if you're throwing this much money at it, why are they fighting you? You should be just destroying them. Like it should be the United States Air Force versus Venezuela. Like you're not. We will steal your president. Like that's what it should be. But that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. at
Because
all.
ultimately it's 11 against 11, and who knows what happens then.
So that's. Anyways, I want to get on. I want to get on because I'm about to flip this table over.
Shoot, who's next?
Oh, World Cup.
Oh.
World Cup ticket prices. Those World Cup ticket prices.
Mm.
Who has $6,000 to go watch? Who
Nah,
knows?
who's getting that $25 ticket?
who-
Right?
I don't know if
Right.
I don't even know if I can afford to watch it on
Here's-
TV.
here's-
You
here's-
can't even
the
get to the fan zone. Fan zone costs
give
money.
me that goal rush.
I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared.
man.
Are we gonna have to VPN everything because they might charge us just to like get into the TV? Like, and it's crazy. It's crazy too because okay, here's the thing. It is like about $6 to $5 to $3 to $2,000 per ticket, and you don't even know what game you're gonna get. Like that's just well, good luck with that. And I know right now it's all rolling out. Where like okay, you get the game, you get this game, you get that game, and even then the games that are rolling out are not the finals, they're not the quarterfinals, they're not the semifinals. They're just kind of like these group play games. Which cool, you brought in 20 new teams for us to not want to watch. Fantastic. No, but they're going to get a payout from that. Are they really? What? And that's my big question. What's the entity that gets to follow the money to the actual programs that show up?
It's probably FIFA themselves.
Oh, well, and then
Okay, right, it has to be.
then we're done with that.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. How many times were you asking a question like that? The answer usually is the company gets to regulate themselves, and we're used to that answer. Like, not that we should accept it, but that's commonly the answer.
Looking at you, FAA.
Unless a government entity is involved, which they just aren't when it comes to FIFA, if it's going to be like, yeah, FIFA, we got it.
Okay, so if something,
we'll make
if,
sure
something
this is
if something
okay.
crazy happens, like, all right, well, because Donald Trump decided to change the venue, and
Oh,
a game
goodness.
shows up, at
We're gonna play it on a carrier.
at Soldier Field.
Oh, it won't show up as Soldier Field.
No. I'm just saying. This is one of those like conversations, right? This isn't a real conversation. How much would you pay? As a Chicago, you're a citizen. You're here. You just have to walk there because we could walk there. How much would you pay just for the ticket to get in there? You're not going to pay for the beer because that's going to be like $50, and you're definitely not going to pay for the pizza slice because that's going to be like.
Well, the
$90.
first question would be like, why did it get changed to Soldier Field? Now, if it got changed because of what's going on in Seattle, no, I'm not going to go watch that game.
Yeah, right. Facts. Also, what am I doing? What am I in there for? Iran versus Egypt. What am I doing over there? What am I in the stands for? What am I doing? Like I'm like nah. So it depends. If it's for a USA game, like for group stage, man, I 150.
That's fair. 150 is fair. I mean, we pay.
I mean $1.50. That's what I'm paying.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not.
No, that's not fair. That's not fair because we paid what was it, 180 when Messi came here for Libertadores or whatever. Which was it's fair. Like 180 to watch Argentina versus Chile. Back then when Chile was really good. That was a good game.
I wouldn't pay anything.
I mean,
not,
180. that's less than a rock concert nowadays, right?
If
Like a
it-
rock
it-
concert is going to run you.
it-
I mean,
it-
come
it
on.
always-
I wanted to go watch
the fact that the venue's being changed is already suspicious. So,
no. Well,
Oh,
it's
he's just going over-
I'm
he's
just,
just
I'm
go-
just talking. I'm just.
Like,
Oh, for that?
It's-
yeah, just like
No. Man, here's
paid-
the thing. 180 because I got to watch Messi,
yeah, I pay.
and you want me to pay the same to watch who?
It's
we'll-
like your team. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll continue talking about this when we get back. WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. We will be back shortly after this break.
This is Sadie Woods, and I'm bringing you Gridlock Sound Lab, Rush Hour Radio featuring house, Afro-Latin rhythms, world beat, disco, funk, soul, electro, and indie dance music. Gridlock Sound Lab, first and third Fridays at 4, only on 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio.
There's nothing like the soothing sounds of a coffee shop. I'm your pal Dud Lawson of the Chicago Printers Guild, here to invite all to join us on the second Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. for the Chicago Printers Guild Halftone Radio Super Show. Every month we'll bring in one of your favorite Chicago printmakers to share the music they've been playing in the studio. You should tune in, it'll be a good time. The Chicago Printers Guild Halftone Radio Super Show.
You are listening to Lumpen Radio, supported by Mars Community Brewing, maker of the Mars Elixirs. Mars Elixirs are infused with Midwestern hemp. Mars Elixirs are available throughout Chicagoland. More information is available at drinkmars.com. That's drink, MARZ.com. Hi, I'm the voice of God at Lumpen Radio. Are you a business owner looking to promote, or are you a loyal listener who wants to sponsor your favorite show? Lumpen Radio offers a wide range of sponsorship and underwriting. Visit lumpenradio.com/support for more information on our tax-deductible sponsorships. Support the community radio of the future.
WLPN, LP Chicago, 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio. You are listening to Lumpen FC. Lumpen FC is proudly brought to you by Barbara Brewing. And you can find Barbara Brewing products at Life on Mars in Logan Square, Mars Brewing in Bridgeport, as well as The Barrel in Pilsen. We were just talking about the ticket prices for what's going to be the FIFA World Cup, which seemed pretty astronomical, especially since some of the new prices that came out, where they did give the $25 tickets and so forth, but there's only going to be so many available spaces for that, and I think it was only like 200 or something like that per stadium. But I'll let you guys talk about that, and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we saw, obviously, like what was going to happen with the Club World Cup, right? Like, we saw a lot of people not show up to those games.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if it was because the games were like whatever, or the prices were crazy, or both. Like, probably both, right?
Well, they did a dynamic pricing thing where, I mean, some tickets went down to as low as $11, but by then, like, it's summertime in America. People got things, they're doing other things. You know,
For sure.
Yeah, they're doing other things. They're not waiting outside the stadium for the drop to $11 so they can go run in there now. So that's why it looked like the Super Copa Italia and Saudi Arabia, just like empty stadiums, which I think like when that question we said before is like, I say 150 just because of things nowadays, but I went to, I think I paid about 99, 80 to, I think it was about $99 total. Like, it was like when the USA played Brazil back in like 2000, and it was 8 or 10, but Ronaldinho played, Dempsey played, like Brazil, like I think they won 4-2. It was great. I got to see Ronaldinho, my favorite player, score a free kick. Like, you know, they like, it was a great game, and that to me was worth it because I got to see those players at Soldier Field. Yeah, it was great. But like now, just with the things, if it was in Soldier Field, maybe I would try to go because it was like just the location. It's here and it is close, but the amount of money they were charging, it'd have to be 150. I wouldn't pay more than that. That's like the max.
Right.
That's it.
Sure.
Because that's it. So my ticket would be like, wait, 120 or something because all the fees would come in. But yeah, I'm not. To me, this World Cup has kind of taken it out of me, but also just the FIFA stuff. So it's just like it's like for me, I'm definitely cool with like watching it. Definitely club over country as of right now. But yeah, I'll be watching in the back scene, you know, at work, whatnot. But I wouldn't waste my money. Like, it was cool. It was funny how the excitement was before. Like, hey, let's go take the Amtrak, let's go to here, go here, and as it gets closer and closer, like we're just like, man, it's just not even what we want it to be. So like,
I agree with that. I feel like this, especially this World Cup. You know, I've followed the World Cup since I was a kid, since 1986, since I was 5. And I've never gotten to go, see a World Cup game live in person. So, people in my position, I can understand if people were like, this is the one in a lifetime. At least I can say that I've been there. I saw a game, and I would spend X amount of money. And maybe I would, if it was reasonable, if it was like, like you said, like 100 or whatever to go watch a game, maybe I would, just to say, oh, I did that and scratch it off the bucket list kind of thing, because of how connected I've been to the World Cup since I was a kid, and just to be able to say that I did that. But I don't know. I feel like I agree with you in the sense of like this particular World Cup especially feels very discouraging, for lack of a better word. Like I feel like I don't. I'm not as I'm not as connected to. Yeah, I'm not as connected to it as others. Yeah, well, for some reason.
And unfortunately, it's like as I looked at soccer was like, it is the world's game. It was the beautiful game. It always brought nations together before it got extremely popular. And it was just like, look at all the stuff that does go on. Look at what this can bring to countries when people can come together and support this sport, and with no drama. And now as it gotten bigger, it just seems like, and more positive, it just kind of seems like it's losing its meaning, and it's losing its way.
Yeah.
So like to me, it's just like it's just not. Like even the one in Saudi Arabia just felt weird, man. Like
For
it just
sure.
I didn't like it, and then Argentina winning. I was just like, this just seems the Saudi Arabia and Argentina. I was like, this just like doesn't. It seems off. Just seems off. This whole thing just seems off. I'm not getting joy. And then there's the whole thing with the the religious stuff that was going on over there. And now you got the stuff here, and then we just have the political climate here, and it's just like, and then you hear the stuff they're talking about doing with security, and you got all these nations coming. It's just like it's a lot. And it's just like, well, I'd rather just like I give my money to the streaming apps. I'll be cool.
I mean, it's become very sports washing. Like, and I think it's way more evident this time around now, with the whole fiasco with the Peace Prize and all that stuff. It's kind of like, oh, you're just sports washing,
and also
the issues that are happening.
And there's remnants of
you're going to make money off of it, right? You're going to make money off of it.
There's remnants of it coming from what we found out from the corruption. A few what was it, like 5 or 6 years ago before Qatar.
What happened with Argentina
and what happened here in the States, and it's just kind of like it's hard to keep on. And, there, of course, there's been pundits and there's been other journalists who have talked about it. Just kind of like, we all grew up with this, and this is something that we're all connected to, and we all look forward to, and the nostalgia of it. But it's starting to that's be difficult.
Exactly. Are we at a point like, one of the things that people love to say, and you NFL fans and you NBA fans and you MLB fans are going to be able to relate to this. If you don't relate to football, the global football, when you go to a stadium and your hot dog price and your beer price is $16, $17, and when you go to the theater and your hot dog price and your nacho price is $16, $13, $15, and we all say the same thing. Well, that's just theater prices, man. That's stadium prices, man. Well, it's sports prices, man. When is that no longer acceptable? When are you going to look at someone in the face and say, this hot dog's not worth $17, bro?
Yeah.
Like, it's not. It's just not. How about you
go give me this? You go look at me in my eye and give me them $17 and smile at me and tell me to go have a nice day and it's played?
Yeah. I will. And then go get your own ketchup package.
You got to make me get the condiments? Bro, you out.
Like, what are you talking about? This isn't acceptable.
You better call security right now.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Security right now.
It's not acceptable, and it's never been acceptable. And since, I kind of feel like I remember, going to stadium games with our parents, And we used to sneak in so many things.
Oh yeah.
And that's part of the culture too.
Like going to the movies.
Yeah. That's part of the culture is getting away with that also. Like put that plastic flask in the back and let's see what happens, you know, like
until they started cracking down on it. You know, and you're like, well, all right, well then I'm not coming to the movies.
Right.
And what's happened to movie theaters?
Right.
And what has happened to movie
Not
theaters?
only is the World Cup getting expensive, they cracking down. So you can't even have a good old time.
Well, it's like you said, I have a 50-inch TV in my kitchen.
Right.
yeah. So I mean,
If we can create our own fan zone, and we can outdo them and charge people $2 to cover our spot. Which is even more crazy. You can't even go to a fan zone. And then you got to think, in these cities already that, you know, this is America, you already know, especially Kansas City, wherever, they're probably in the power line. You know they already going to be like, you gotta, as soon as you get up there at any bar you go to or something, you know they're going to be charging covers.
Yeah.
And all that. It's already, the people probably already got, it's going to be obnoxious.
See, but that's the thing though. It's like, I would understand if a business raises their prices a little bit. I get it. You got to make your capital. You might make your year if you're a bar that's, you know, 3 blocks down from the fan zone or whatever. You might make I get it. But if you charge a $50 or $70 cover, well then at that point, I'll stay home. And it's not, at this point, I may not even watch. I, for sure, at this point, am not going to watch some of the first round games. Like, I don't
it's going to be plenty of 5 to 20. I bet they won't go over 20 unless it's like a bit, maybe. I bet you have to pay every school. I bet there'll be a fee if it's at the power line. You have to pay like a fee to get in there. There may be smalls because all those bars, but yeah, 50 70 would be crazy. I wouldn't doubt it, but like I don't know how much it would be to go to the fan zone though. I don't know how much that's going to cost.
Well, they said 12, whatever, but whatever that means though. Like it's going to be $12, and it was with changed. It was like $12.38.
Now are there levels? Is there like the
there's
VIP?
going to be. There's going to be. You know there's going to be.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you look at like some of the MLS stadiums, some of the NBA stadiums, some of the NFL stadiums might even have their own like, hey, a viewing party, blah, 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 a special, you know, come in, drink and drown, blah, blah, blah. You know, who's heard of drink and drown in a while?
Like it's in the
Come
90s.
on in, pay me $1,500, and you can
not
have
1995,
all the
bro.
booze you want.
Man.
No, I mean,
I would go to that bar like right on the outskirts. Just go to the seediest bar around the outskirts.
That's the thing is like you can always find a bar that's got a TV and hey, you put that game on. Yeah, fine.
Or,
Sure,
just give me your Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? That's it now. All you need is the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And you can just bring whatever, your laptop, phone.
Yeah.
You get your little power bank. You good. You set.
But see, that's the funny thing is we've come to this such full circle, right? Like you remember watching the World Cup when we were kids. You're on this tiny little black and white TV. Yeah. The whole family's wrapped around this like little 15-inch TV. And now we're all going to be wrapped around this little 11-inch iPhone or whatever.
The thing is though,
they do that in the stadium anyway, like this the whole time.
The good part about that is that we're at least us, we're part of that generation that is okay with that.
Yeah, we're fine.
We'll figure it out one way because we always had to figure it out. Mm-hmm. We always had to find the antenna connection. We always had to find the one guy who had that TV that none of us did.
Right.
Like, we grew up with that.
Yeah.
Like that's fine.
Wait, you got the cable box, the wooden cable box that goes click, click, click.
Yeah. Like we always had to
party at Chow's house.
Yeah, exactly. There was never one way to like, I don't have that one channel. Well, I'll just download it. No, you went to the kid who had the house that had that TV who had that channel.
And we was growing up, soccer wasn't popular, so you know, if your parents' stories were on, you had to, you couldn't watch soccer. Not till General Hospital opened. No.
That's right.
You better go find out. Yeah. You better go find a way.
Yeah, and I mean, so like
that's true.
It's a generational thing.
Not my stories.
And for us, like that'd be one thing. And then the younger generation, they might not even be as interested or into it as we are. Like the World Cup for us growing up was very different from the generation that's watching it now. They might not. I don't know if FIFA or World Cup requires or can demand the loyalty that we gave them when we were young.
That's gone.
And I don't think it can.
Oh, it's one of those things like what you were saying. Now, I'm going to say that I might have missed maybe 2 World Cup games in totality.
Oh yeah,
in my entire life. And this year, I'm probably going to miss.
I'm
going to miss at least 10
for sure.
10, 15.
Before we got digital, like after because like last night Jersey, I remember I had every round on VHS recorded. That'll take.
Yeah.
And you had to, and you know how hard that was. You know how hard it was to set that VCR to make sure it actually recorded, and you had to make sure like the TV. And
we used to do that all the time.
Like you remember, like the I don't know, we're doing the member berries thing, right? Remember, but at the same time, the like you said, the one kid that had the big dish, the big.
Oh yeah,
boy.
the one you used to sit in.
Old school, like
old school. Adrian Wells, that's close, boy.
it's not DirecTV. It was like, are you
You're lying in that dish.
Yeah,
It's
he
like,
said, big old dish. I'm like, hold up, man.
But the old satellite dish, that was like a 20-foot satellite dish.
It takes like 2 hours to move.
Yeah. Like you're out there pushing it, like push it. And
It's
in the
all
meantime, you're picking
rusted.
up you're picking up channels from Japan.
Yeah. No, it worked. It worked great. When you got it to move, it works great.
Yeah.
You messed around and made contact, didn't even know it.
Oh man,
That's
that's what it used to be. I used to work for our games.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't know what it's like. We old.
You don't know.
And now you have it at your hand, but it's so expensive that it's out of reach.
Yeah.
It's out of reach now. It's just like, oh well, I guess I'll watch the replay on YouTube in 2 weeks. You know, like whatever.
yeah, or I'll catch the replay like later tonight because I can find it on whatever. Like, because ultimately most games are easier to find once they've already been played.
Yeah.
So you can always wait a little.
You can always R it.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, them replays be on
Raise that
Peacock within 2
R
hours. In 2 hours, you can watch the replay of games
Absolutely.
ASAP.
Yeah. So
We are not promoting pirating of any kind.
Oh man, the black box. Ooh wee. Or when
That's not what we were
back
doing.
in the day when you still cable.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That was like an art form.
Remember we used to push that button and it would go clink, clink, clink. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, that's actually changing channels.
Bro, you want to see the boxing match? I got you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
okay,
it was
player.
all scrambled and yeah. Oof.
All right, let's look at while we have a little bit of time. Let's look at AFCON while we're finishing this up.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of,
Oh, love the
there is
drama.
still a big tournament happening right now.
R.I.P. to Gabon's national team.
Oh,
Apparently, they did something that they can't even actually do.
I mean,
So
¿Qué pasó?
they did it so poorly that the president or whatever Gabon
I
said
heard
they
this.
had
Yeah.
they have no
Yeah,
soccer.
yeah.
They have no soccer at a program at all.
He just ended it.
And it turns out he can't actually do that.
No, of course.
And
but he was so mad
Yeah,
that he thought he could.
and Aubameyang is
I'm gonna end it.
banned. Aubameyang's
I'm done with this.
Yeah, Aubameyang's banned
Now,
for
give me
life.
all that FIFA money.
Aubameyang. I mean, credit to Aubameyang wherever he goes, he just goes scorched earth wherever. Like, and it's so entertaining.
the AFCON has been good so far. I mean, there's been some good games, and man, but there's some quality, and then the announcers crack me up.
That's pretty fun.
Oh my
Dude,
goodness!
what I like about the whole Obama thing is when they asked him about in an interview, he gave that like Thierry Henry smile, that
Right,
He just didn't say anything. He walked off. Like, what happened? What happened?
You know it's wild down there, man. You know it's wild. Well, shoot, y'all heard about the thing with Cameroon before that happened. Like the Cameroon and Samuel Eto'o, whatever the federation. They was
Oh
beefing,
yeah.
and they
I
came
saw
out
a
with
video.
2 different national team rosters.
He's like, didn't Eto
good
come out?
stuff.
He was like, I am the president, or I am the king, or I am way better than you. I don't know what he said. But
I honestly, to this day, I don't know which roster they ended up bringing, but that's hysterical. Imagine be that person where you don't really know if you on the national team or not. You just like, well, I got my name on this one, but I didn't make this guy.
I'm gonna get on the bus
Yeah,
just cause.
right.
You know, hopefully I can travel there.
I'm gonna go to Morocco. Hopefully, they gonna let me in.
Is this my jersey? This is
Yeah.
my jersey, right?
Yeah, this is the right email, right? It's the right email.
oh man, that's
You
so good.
gotta love it.
You know, it's like maybe if I even hear, they would just feel sorry for me. I can just be on the team anyway. You know what I'm saying? and the good thing is, I mean, who's playing this? Was Egypt still in it? Ivory Coast still in it?
So what we got?
Listen, there's always teams that like.
What we got? In the
They're
quarter?
good teams.
Yeah, there's
They're
always
fun
teams.
to watch.
There's always going to be a team. If you
But that's
say the
it's
teams,
a good tournament.
Yes.
It's been a good
Yeah,
tournament.
it always is. Yeah.
So
It's
what we
just
got?
so
What we
much
got?
drama.
What we got in
Love
the
it.
quarterfinals tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We got Mali versus Senegal. Cameroon versus Morocco.
okay.
Ooh,
That's a
good
fantastic
game.
game.
Yes.
That's
That
tomorrow.
is a
One
good
So
that
is
is a
Mali,
good
Senegal.
game.
Both games good.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
Algeria versus Nigeria on
Okay.
Saturday, and then Saturday we also have Egypt versus Ivory Coast, which is
Oh, those are all bangers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
those are
not
good
good.
games.
What
Those are all
what
great
time is
games.
that?
Those are all
what
great
time is
games.
that game at the Egypt?
Saturday at 1.
Oh man, okay, I'll catch that game.
Yeah,
I'll
well, that's
figure
right
a way to
before
catch the
the.
game.
That's actually right before the meeting that we have, the ISE meeting at.
Oh yeah, they can put it on at Mars.
Yeah, so we
Ah,
put
right
it on to
on.
Mars. Because that meeting starts at 2:00. If you
right,
if you are into the Chicago
those are
Fire, we'll
all-
be having an ISE meeting
Those
next.
are all. Yeah,
At
those
Mars
Are,
Bridgeport.
You-
Join us.
those are
At
four
2
solid.
If you'd like.
Those are four solid
At
games.
2 on Saturday.
Yeah.
No, those are solid games.
Yeah,
Man,
those are
man.
four good games.
But see, here's the thing, though. It always goes like in the shadows, out of sight. But this tournament is always
I love this tournament.
insanely
Nah,
ridiculously good.
it's always like this.
Yeah.
And it's drama. It's
It
it's
is.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like AFCON is almost going to be like one of my new favorite tournaments over the World Cup just because it still has its identity, I feel like.
Yeah.
And even watching
that's
it,
true,
like,
for
you know,
sure.
watching it, even your team could be losing, but that crowd, they be in that,
Yeah.
rocking, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what the World Cup used to be. It's like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like, I've never seen this, and this is
You know what I'm
amazing to
saying?
watch. And yeah,
All these different
that's-
cultures
that's-
coming by and having a good time, right?
And the way they banner each other is different and fun and loud.
Right.
Like, it's great. Like, I love it.
And that is crazy though, because like there's a lot of games, especially in the United States, when the U.S. is playing Mexico here every now and then. It's kind of like, oh, all right, this is cool, whatever, this and that.
Yeah.
And it's not that party atmosphere. It's not that like, oh, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Every game I've seen so far in AFCON this season is like, oh, I want to go
Yeah,
jump in that. I
that's
want to be
fun.
part of that crowd.
Right.
I want to be part of the. I want to be part of that group.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, not Rihanna over there. We got I need to get to AFCON real quick. Let me get to AFCON. Let me get there. Which there's actually a lot of celebrities, which is crazy because I think even Anthony Joshua, like there's some celebrities that be going down there to get down. They know what's up. They know that's what Anthony Joshua got in that car crash because he was there at the same time AFCON started.
That's right.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Which
I saw that.
side note, wild dude didn't even have a license. Got to like security detail, no license. I mean, only Africa.
I'm rich.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, and he in jail. Like,
Talk about
goodness
it.
gracious. But yeah, those games, man. Ooh, that's like. I mean, Ivory Coast looked really good too,
Yeah.
and Nigeria's looking really good too. But Egypt,
Ivory
those are
I
all.
really want to see
always
Cameroon.
baller.
Cameroon, Morocco. I think
Cameroon's always fun to
nuts.
watch. Egypt is always there. Like, yeah.
And everyone, listen,
getting
if you
really good.
if you don't have the football app, whatever, everyone's listening, you would be surprised how many players play in the AFCON tournament. You just don't even know.
Yeah.
Just don't even
True.
know.
Obama, yeah.
You don't even know. Oh, you know,
I
Obama.
used to play.
He's like, he didn't care. You know, it was something petty. Like they probably just like clowned on like the coach or the president. They just like, cause after they left and it was like, and that was it. And like, you know, they're like, whatever, we lost and we're gonna go back to our clubs and make this money. And he's over here mad. like what did you bet on, bro? Like you got on DraftKings, bet on Gabon to
Yeah,
advance, and
yeah.
now you mad. You gonna
They
try to
closed
do
down your
some-
FanDuel, baby.
Yeah, now you're gonna try to do something illegal.
Messed up that over under.
The Soccer Federation has diminished. It's gone. Obama ain't banned from Gabon. He's not even a citizen anymore. Yeah, well, he's
I'm gonna take
laughing.
this FIFA check and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
cash it for
As he
myself.
drives off in his fifth Lambo.
Yeah, right, yeah. Obama ain't just like, this man wild. I'll be here next tournament. He's like, I'll be here during World Cup qualification. I don't know how he wild. Because, you know, it's funny because him and my boy from LAFC, Boyunga, I pronounce it, but the dude that plays for Song now, the LFC forward, the other guy.
Oh, no, yeah.
Boyunga, what about Boyunga? I pronounce this wrong, but he's the other forward, but Obama ain't got there. And he's nasty. He ain't gonna lie.
He's good.
He's very
He's a solid
good.
player. Yeah.
He's very good. He's very good.
Anything else you guys want to cover? I know we didn't cover everything. We didn't cover the transfers. Did you want to say something about Semenyo?
I mean, they cheating.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what everything is. It's cheating now. Like everybody's just cheating.
No,
I mean,
wait.
they
So,
cheat. No
so,
joke,
so
I'm joking, I'm joking.
City got Semenyo.
Yeah.
Is it official?
That hasn't been official yet, but they keep. It's funny. It'd be
sounds
funny
like they
if
got
So
you
they don't yet.
It
So
was
they're
funny.
cheating.
They keep playing. He keeps playing in January. Man, he gonna miss. I was like, yo, he gonna mess around, pull a hamstring or something, and he like City and them are gonna be so salty because they just lost. They just lost someone this past game too again. So they kind of need Semenyo.
They need a center back.
They
Is what they need.
Yeah,
They don't need Semenyo.
They don't
Yeah.
need anything.
Yeah.
They're fine.
No,
that back line is
It
trash.
is.
Man.
They over here playing Ake again, like mad, salty.
And he doesn't want to play.
Yeah,
he's
trying
like,
to
"What? You
leave.
still throwing me out here?"
Yeah, they got some things they need to sew up because and it'd be interesting. Like if he was to get hurt, I don't think he's playing another game. I don't think he's playing another game, and you know what? Just for him to score that last goal against Spurs was hilarious. But if he, it's probably going to be official. But man, if he plays another game for them and something happens, or it's funny, he just riding out January. But yeah, City needs him. They need him.
Yeah,
He'd be fine on the right because
Yeah.
Savinho ain't it.
Yeah.
Another dud.
Another
Savinho.
He needs to go too, which is weird. I mean, but I don't know who's. Because when they just played, I'm like, who's in their starting line? We got to look. Who's about to get sacrificed? That's
To bring in Semenyo?
Yeah, who's about-
Savinho.
Is
Savinho's
Savinho,
gonna be-
yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think he started last game.
Who's ever on the
Well,
right? is gonna
more
be
so,
right,
more so
yeah.
the reason, yeah.
Mhm.
Like they're already looking for it now.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the money, so you know whatever.
Oh,
We're gonna look at those books, see how much you cooked them. Allegedly.
Yeah, we were looking at those books for like
Allegedly.
10 years.
Yeah.
That-
15 years of.
Jesus.
How much did you cook these books?
Yeah,
Allegedly.
He got Murder She Wrote back there just working overtime. R.I.P. She got the best story in the world. It's just all they doing is.
Somebody find her diary. She
Yeah,
got it.
goodness gracious. All right, can't wait for this Netflix documentary when this comes out.
There's gonna be several of them, I think. There's gonna be movies about
It's
this.
just gonna be
in the future.
called 115. That counts. I was 115. Wherever how many counts is like 115.
I would buy.
And in parentheses, 32, 132.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'd bring back my
Did it
Netflix.
happen?
I'd bring back my Netflix account just for that.
We're gonna be
That's gonna be like a 9-hour
whatever,
documentary.
man. We're gonna be like 60, 70, and they're gonna be like, oh, all of a sudden the Man City docked 20 points for 2005. Like it's like, oh, great
We got
justice.
him. We're gonna be all happy.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
justice. I can die peacefully.
Finally.
Like Wenger will finally die.
None of this is rigged. None of this is rigged.
It's like the last thing he does. Astonishing, Arsene Wenger passes away right after Man City gets 200 charges.
You've been listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You've been listening to Lumpen FC. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're right up against it, so I'm not going to do any of the promos at the end of it. But thank you so much for paying attention to us, guys.
Bravo was good.
We're-
Mars, Lumpen FC Radio.
We'll be talking to you soon. If you
BPL.
do... Thanks for listening to Lumpen FC, guys. Have a good night.
I got it all in.